create an opera not about the Canberra bushfires, but within the context of the Canberra bushfires, seems on many levels like an absolute no-brainer. It was a fundamental happening in the life of our community. The bushfires themselves are really still a wound on the sort of Canberra landscape. And I guess what the opera's doing is looking at the notion of how community character and individual character is forged through catastrophe.
Were to be there in a very important and strong part of the setting, but the opera has to be about people. It has to be about love and jealousy and guilt and remorse and tragedy around those people, and so that's what we concentrated on with the music and the words.
The idea came out of Helen, the librettist, listening to an ABC 666 interview with somebody who stayed to fight the fires because they hadn't paid the insurance on their house. And that grain of an idea is still in the work, obviously with the sort of one of the central characters.
Insurance reminder! I let the home insurance lapse a month ago. What excuse for a man am I?
We deal with the ordinariness of life in Canberra, and then the opera form itself and how that intersects with both epic emotions as well as ordinary everyday suburban life.
No other opera has been set in Canberra during the bushfires. That's very, very special. Sandy, wife, mother, school teacher, composer. That's very, very special. The street theatre, encouraging new Australian work. That's very special in Australia. Not many institutions do that, even if they're supposed to be funded for it. A very special cast of people, you know, the wonderful cast that really we have so much creative interaction. And also it's not a, you know, some rehearsal process in these things can be extremely tense because it is difficult. But we don't have that. We break the tension up with laughter, with jokes, with, and that releases the creativity. It releases, it makes people react, relax. And you have to really have the combination of mind and emotion, especially with this, because it may look very emotive on stage, but actually their brains are ticking away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, etc., which is great.
David.
I'm Sandy, or Sandra, and I wrote the music of the work. Having to get my soundscape and turn that into the orchestra. It's been a lot of learning on my part.
Any time now.
Musically, it's just about focusing on the voice. So what a tenor might sound like when he's passionate, and what a soprano might sound like when she's angry, and all those different things. And it doesn't matter what language it's in, it's just getting that human emotion in the music.
If they come, it will be too late. Just a bit more, let's try. No one bothered to tell us the fire was coming. The time to
In terms of the sort of chorus, you know, we've got a chorus of really sort of graduates from the ANU School of Music and the opera sphere, and 2 or 3 who are doing their performance practice as part of their current degrees. And so to be able to give them an opportunity to, I guess, synthesize some of their sort of learning. You know, it's not easy to be an opera singer. It takes a lot of time and investment to bring all, you know, parts of what's required of you together. And I've just really enjoyed that part of the process, and it's been important, you know, to put, you know, our creative talent on stage. There is skills and energy here to be harnessed, and original stories, you know, work that's created here, and that also features artists from here is absolutely achievable, you know, and should really be at the forefront of what we're doing, you know, creatively in this region. You know, less sort of imported work and more energy put into those that choose to live here, be based here, and have careers here.
I think it's funny because the first scene's set in Coolum Court, and my gym is in Coolum Court, so I'm there 4 times a week, so I get a real kick out of that. So a little local thing. This has been a development in progress that I've been involved with. Well, Jude and I have been involved with it for the past 3 years. Oh no, you were for 4 years. It's
a great dramatic journey. I get to burn at the end of Act 2, so it's a fantastic journey through, you know, the complexities of having to get there from being a grumpy guy who's just, you know, being sacked is where we begin, and then
marriage is in tatters.
You know, like, so just sort of, and you find out all this stuff that's going wrong with the poor bugger, and then for the choice, and it's like the choice at the end, is it, did he choose to stay and fight, or did he commit suicide?
Say we did nothing wrong, though tangled in our troubled dreams, echoes of regret will call.
If I think about the whole process, and I guess what I've arrived at, there is something in the work that examines the nature of suffering, and that on some level it's only really after we have suffered that we actually in any way can understand the nature of that suffering, and I think that's what makes the work special.